Hey everybody, it's Coach G, and today's workout is a MetCon workout. That's a metabolic conditioning workout. It's also something we call an EMOM. And that's a very funny word if you're not used to it. It's every minute on the minute. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do 6 exercises together. We're going to start it on the minute mark. You're going to do 8 to 10 repetitions of each individual exercise in a row. Then I'm going to give you a minute off. You want to do the reps in a fairly steady manner so that you get some rest between the exercises. But I don't want you to compromise your form. That would be a waste because you're doing the work anyways. So I'm going to demonstrate all 6 exercises, let you know about the equipment, and then we're going to get started. So our first exercise is our squat to toe tap. You're going to drop into your squat, you're going to push up strong, and you're going to tap each foot, reset, down, and up. That's exercise 1. Exercise 2 is a step up with a knee drive. You can do this on your home staircase. You can do it holding onto a chair. It's whatever is accessible to you today. So what I want you to do is put yourself behind your step. You're going to step, you're going to drive your knee up, and reset. Other side, up, and reset. You're going to do that 5 times on each leg, which gives us a total of 10. If we try and do 10 on each leg, we're probably not going to get much rest before the next exercise. Our third exercise is a seated row. I'm going to use a super band for this. You can use a tube band. You can use your body weight or a light dumbbell. I like the super band because I like the tension on it. So I'm going to make sure that my weight's evenly distributed. My band is in the middle of my feet, and I'm going to make sure my shoulders are rolled back and down so I've got nice strong posture, and I'm going to exhale as I pull my hands back to my pockets. You want to feel your shoulder blades touching together at the back of that movement. From there, we're going to stay on the mat and we're going to go to a push-up. Now, generally, I'm not a big fan of doing push-ups on your knees, but today, for the interest of time, I'm going to let that one go. However, you do the push-ups that are accessible to you. Maybe today you're on the wall, or you're at a kitchen counter, or tabletop height, or a box or a bench height. You do whatever is accessible to you as long as you're using good form. You want to make sure that those arms, you're kind of externally rotating your elbows so that your back is truly engaged and that you're not coming out straight like this. If you do that, you can feel all of the tension on the front of your shoulder. That's how people get shoulder injuries. Think about a W. I want you to think about your elbows pointing down and back. So that's the push-up. I'll demonstrate it for you here. I'm going to stack my shoulders over my wrists. I'm going to just twist my elbows out towards the facing walls. And you see that my pelvis is tucked under. And I'm just going to draw, and I'm going to exhale, push back strong. Down, push back strong. I'm going to do 8 to 10 reps of that. Again, whatever is available to you. Then we're going to go to a glute bridge. You're going to be on your back for this one. Your heels are going to be tucked fairly close in. And I want you to think about pushing up without arching your back. This is just lifting your pelvis to the ceiling and dropping, and up and down. If you need a bit more challenge, I recommend grab a weight. The further away you hold it from the body, the more challenging this exercise is. So you're up. You also don't want to rest at the bottom of this movement. You're just tapping and going. Final exercise is a plank tap or a plank jack. You're going to get into your plank position. So we're going to do this around this box. Get yourself centered again, screwing those elbows out so that everything's engaged. You're nice and solid in that lever position, so you can be either jacking or if that's not available to you, you're tapping. Whichever works for you. So I'm already out of breath. So you will be too, I'm sure, at the end of this workout. I'm going to grab a drink of water and I'm going to set the timer and we're going to get started. You're going to want to have a towel and some water nearby. Trust me, that minute of break goes super fast. And I'm just going to reset my box here just a little bit so I've got room for my jacks. All right, you ready? I'm ready. My heart rate's going and I feel stronger already. And trust me, you will too by the end of this workout. All right. We're going in 10 seconds, everybody. Follow along. There'll be a counter on your screen as well, starting with our squat to toe tap. Here we go. And again, if you're doing 8, just stop when you get to 8. I think that's 8. I think I lost count. You're aiming for about 30 seconds of work and 30 seconds of rest. We're moving into our step up with knee drive. Again, in the interest of time, I'm only doing 5 on each side. You can alternate sides or do all on one side and switch. For me, for my memory, I'm going to do them all on one side and then I'm going to switch to the other side. We're going in 9 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Drive that knee up. It's okay to stop and think about your coordination. There's a lot of movements going on here. All right, we've got 30 seconds rest. I'm going to set up for my exercise while I'm resting, and I'm going to move into my seated row. Again, feet are straight out in front of me. My knees are soft. They're not locked out. My shoulders are back and down. I still got 10 seconds. I'm going to take a little breath here. My core is engaged as well, and I'm thinking about being nice and strong as I pull my hands back to my pockets. And go. My elbows are breaking the plane of my back. You're thinking about pulling your shoulder blades together. If I was training you in person, I'd probably put my finger in the middle of your back and ask you to wrap those shoulder blades around it. And that's 10. We got 30 seconds of rest. We're moving into our push-ups. Again, my preference would be that you went to a wall or to a counter and kept that full extension and not on your knees. And it's just a proportion of weight transfer. Just for time and space here, I'm going to do a knee push-up. I've still got just over 10 seconds, but I'm going to make sure my form is good. So I'm going to make sure I'm nice and stacked, that my elbows are rotated, my pelvis is tucked under. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Think about bringing your chest to the mat, not your head. You need to just give yourself a little child pose at the end of that. Give your body a stretch. Nice work, everybody. We've got 2 exercises left in round 1. We are going into our glute bridge. You can also do a weighted glute bridge. Remember that, we're going to increase the intensity each week. And there's different ways of increasing intensity. So maybe this week it's all body weight for you. And that's okay if that's where you are. We're going in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You should feel your glutes engaging at the top of the movement. Don't arch your back. And it's just that light tap, just that reminder that it's time to thrust those hips up in the air. It's a great exercise for strengthening your hip flexors and engaging your glutes. Got 1 exercise left in this round. We're moving through plank jacks or plank taps. And I've got 11 seconds. I'm going to get set up. Shoulders over wrists. Ready? I'm up in my plank. 2, 1. Here we go. Whew. Next time I'll do the taps. All right. That was good. I got 45 seconds. I got a whole minute 45 to rest. Make sure when you're getting up from the ground that you don't do it quickly. Give your chance. Your body has now, you just increased your heart rate. Your blood vessels are open a bit more. There's a lot of oxygen circulating through your blood. So you just want to come up slowly so you don't feel dizzy. Also, don't completely stop moving as much as you want to lay flat on the mat. Keep moving, small movements. Have a drink of water, towel off a little bit. That's the end of round 1. We've got a minute break here. So how did that feel? Exercise is all about getting feedback from your body. And, and some days it will be different than other days. It really depends on what you did the night before. How did you sleep? Right? There's lots of things that impact how our workout is. And we tend to be really, really hard on ourselves. So I want you to think about progress, not perfection. If you think about it, make a note, in a journal or a diary. How did you feel today? How did this exercise make you feel? Did you feel energized after it? Did you feel exhausted after it? Was there an injury that was nagging? And what do you have to modify to do that? You can always let me know in the comments, and I'm happy to provide some additional support to you. So we're getting ready to go in 10 seconds. Told you that minute was fast. And we're going from squats, our squat to toe taps. And here we go. We're on. I always find that the first round of an exercise, I'm still a little stiff. I'm trying to figure out the coordination. As we get older, our brain doesn't fire as fast as it used to. So it takes a little bit. And there's a real mind-body connection in working out as well. So we're training our brain. Two more. I may have done one more for good luck, but that's okay. It's important that you keep track of what you're doing. All right, we're going into our step up. See, my body's warm now, my core's warmed up. You're going to find that these movements don't seem quite so stiff and stilted. We're going in 5 seconds. Again, you can alternate legs or single leg. Ready? Here we go. I always try and start with the opposite side too. Our brain automatically wants to go to our dominant side. So we need to challenge that and say, no, we want both sides to be equally strong. You also want to look straight ahead. When I look at the screen and I look at you guys, I can feel my body twisting, which means I'm not getting the best form. All right, we have 30 seconds of rest here. Nice and warm. I'm at about 65% of my max heart rate at the moment. You want to be at about a 65 to 75%. As we progress, I'm going to focus a little bit more on heart rate. You're nice and tall, your knees are soft, your shoulders are back and down. We're going again for 10 reps. Now, think about that breath. Really blow that breath out. And we're done. The faster you do the reps with good form, a little bit more of a break you get. All right, moving into push-ups. Again, I like taking my time and making sure that I've got my form set the way that I want. I want to be, shoulders, wrist, elbows, all nice and straight, my body centered over it. I'm going to externally rotate those elbows. And here we go. And exhale. As you come up. Chest first. Again, at the end of that, if you need to do a little bit of a child's pose, stretch that out. Give yourself a little bit of a hug. This is a great one. This way, switch arms. Just pull those lats apart a little bit. I hope you're feeling more energized. We are moving into our glute bridge. I'm going to do it weighted. But again, you can just put your arms up in the air. And again, if that's not available to you, it's okay to just have your hands out for balance. We're all at different points in our journey. Ready? Here we go. All right, rolling over to the side. Again, not rushing. This time, we've got 30 seconds. I'm going to do plank taps to show you the difference between the jacks and the taps. Let's get set up. We get 15 seconds. Again, nice form here. Get yourself in position and not up here. Get that pelvis down. Here we go. Tap, tap, tap. It's neutral. Under my knees. I will tell you that is the lower impact version. It's a big challenge. You're almost doing twice the work. All right. We have a minute 20 rest here, and we're going to go into our third round. Again, slow to get up. Small movements, towel off, grab a drink of water, whatever you need. And again, if you need to pull this back even another step, it's okay to have balance assistance, right? There's nothing wrong with having a chair here to hold yourself in position as you're doing the step up, because you're actually working your glutes and your hip flexors. You're not pushing on that chair to get yourself up, but you can certainly use it for balance. That's going to help. The other thing that's going to help in the step up is that you want that core engagement. You want to be able to Just pull that belly button in a little bit, because what that does is our core is actually a corset, and it helps to stabilize not just the front of us, but our sides and our back as well. And it also helps to alleviate, some of the aches and pains that we associate with lower back pain. So, engaging your core in almost every exercise is going to help you be more solid and feel stronger. Did you know we're going in 5 seconds with our squats? Here we go, last round. Let's do this nice and strong. Here we go. Push up nice and strong. You want to try and get to 90 here. But maybe that's not available to you, especially if you're tight in your ankles or your hip flexors. You're going to have a really hard time getting lower in a squat. I think that was 10. So, maybe you're only getting to here today. That's okay, right? But ideally, you want to get dropping. I'm a little bit past 90. I've had to work at it. And a lot of it was connected to my hip and ankle mobility. All right, moving into our step up. Again, you can use it assisted. And we're going. Nice drive up to the ceiling, back down. Exhale as you come up. The height of the step is also totally up to you. Maybe you're at half my height. Maybe you're twice my height. When I do my weighted step-ups, when I'm focusing on strength training, I do it at a much higher step, because that requires more core and glute activation to complete the exercise. I've gone a little bit lower today because this is also about our metabolic conditioning. I can barely say metabolic. All right, seated row. 10 seconds, gotta get ready. Gotta be ready. Nice and tall, shoulders back and down. Knees are soft. 3 seconds, here we go. And you're on. Nice work, you guys. 3 exercises until we're done. We are moving into our push-ups. As we age, cardio is a big topic of discussion for women 40, 50 and above, and what kind of cardio we should be doing. That's why a MetCon workout is actually a great workout, because strength training is our magic bullet. It's our fountain of life, but we can also be training at a little bit increased cardio. All right, we're going in 3 seconds here. I talk too much. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, think about where your neck was. Are you thinking about leading with your chest down to the mat, pushing away that ground, nice and strong? 2 exercises left, almost done. Here we go. Glute bridge. This time, I'm not going to do the weights. I want you to see what it looks like with no weights at all, and yet there's still some challenge. Probably should have done this one the first round. Arms are just nice up. They're floating in the air. I'm looking at my clock. We got 3 seconds, and here we go. Up strong. And again, I'm barely tapping. And I'm not arching my back. There we go. you should feel a nice big stretch in that hip flexor, and you want to feel that slight engagement. Sometimes people will say, stretch, like squeeze your glutes. It's not so much a squeeze as just an engagement. You can feel them fired up and activated. We're at our last exercise, you guys. This time has flown by. I'm going to do jacks this time. I'm going to get myself set up. I'm going to give my heart rate that last little push. You do what's available to you. And here we go. Whew. Here we go. Whew. All right. Slowly come up to standing. Now, I have dedicated warm-up and cool-down sequences on my channel as well. It's really important to warm up and to cool down. It's very easy at this moment to go, okay, I'm done. Hit the showers. Let's go. But the truth of the matter is we've elevated our heart rate. We've got lots of blood and oxygen throwing through our bodies right now. Just stops a little bit like hitting a wall. So what you want to do is you want to just take a few moments, do some stretches, and a big breath in. Let's do one more together. The act of exhaling helps to bring your heart rate down. That's why you'll see in lots of classes, in a cool down, there's lots of breathing. And we'll continue to get more into breath work and the benefits it has to kind of supercharge your strength training. But stretching is also critical. So I encourage you to go do one of the cool down videos. And then I'd like you to have a snack. Protein, some carbs. Let's refuel all this energy we expended. Great work today. You should be very proud of yourselves. You're stronger every single day. And I'll see you at the next workout.